Hello, in this video we want to solve this problem. This problem is from microeconomics and the chapter is cost of production. Cost of production. Now the question is, a firm has production function y equals to k to the power 0.5 l to the power 0.5 and faces wage rate w equals to r and the rental rate of capital r equals to 4. Find firm's marginal cost. Now this is the production function. This production function is called Cobb-Douglas production function. Cobb-Douglas production function. Y equals to k to the power 0.5 l to the power 0.5, or we can write it as k to the power half l to the power half. This production function shows that with the help of two inputs, labor denoted by L and capital denoted by K, output Y is produced, and this form of production function is called Cobb-Douglas production function. Wage rate is given as 4, rental rate of capital is given as also 4. That is, the price of labor is 4, price of capital is 4. Now I am writing the equation for the ISO cost line. Equation for the ISO cost line, that is C equals to WL plus RK, that is 4L plus 4K. The production function is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. The firm wants to minimize cost subject to a given level of output. On the vertical axis we are measuring capital, on the horizontal axis we are measuring labor. This is the ISO cost line and this is the equation of ISO quant. This is point E is the equilibrium point. Cost is minimized where isoquant is tangent to isoquant and isocost lines are tangent to each other. That is at point E. At point E, slope of isoquant equals to slope of isocost line. Why? Because isoquant and isocost lines are tangent to each other. Now I am taking the absolute slope, the mod value, slope of isoquant and slope of isocost line, because both curves are downward sloping. Now what is the slope of isoquant? Slope of isoquant is marginal rate of technical substitution. MRTSLK, marginal rate of technical substitution. It is the ratio of marginal product of labor and marginal product of capital. That is ratio of MPL and MPK. What is MPL? MPL is marginal product of labor. It is the contribution of the last unit of labor, and MPL equals to change in total output due to change in 1 unit of labor keeping capital constant. That is the partial derivative of the production function with respect to labor. That is, we differentiate the production function with respect to labor keeping capital constant. That is k to the power half, L to the power half. We differentiate this thing with respect to labor keeping capital constant. That is k to the power half is a constant term for this partial derivative. Now we differentiate L to the power half with respect to L. These halves come here, and L to the power half minus 1. This becomes half k to the power half L to the power minus half. Similarly, MPK is del y by del k. MPK is the marginal product of capital. This is the partial derivative of output with respect to capital. That is, we differentiate y equals to k to the power half L to the power half with respect to k, keeping L constant. Del k, k to the power half L to the power half. This time L to the power half is constant, and we differentiate k to the power half. Half comes here, k half minus 1. This is half L to the power half k to the power minus half. Now MRTS is the ratio of MPL and MPK. MRTS is the ratio of MPL and MPK. Therefore, MRTS equals to MRTS is marginal rate of technical substitution equals to, I am putting the value of MPL and MPK. Half of get cancelled, and we take k to the power minus half in the numerator. That is k to the power half plus k to the power half, and L to the power minus half in the denominator. Half plus half, this becomes k by L. Now equation of the iso cost line is C equals to 4L plus 4K. Along the iso cost line, C is constant. C is the cost. Therefore, 4K equals to minus 4L plus C, or K equals to minus 4 by 4L plus C by 4. This is minus L plus C by 4. Slope of the iso cost line, absolute slope is 1. The coefficient of L is minus 1. Therefore, the absolute slope of the line is 1. It can be written like W by R, which is equals to 4 by 4, which is equals to 1. Now at E, MRTS, that is absolute slope of the iso quants, equals to slope of the iso cost line. Absolute slope of the iso cost line, this is equals to 1. Therefore, K by L equals to 1, or K equals to L. I am getting K equals to L. Now Q equals to K to the power half L to the power half. We convert either in terms of L or in terms of K. I am writing in terms of K. In place of L, I am writing K to the K. Therefore, this becomes Q equals to K and K equals to L. Therefore, Q equals to K equals to L. Therefore, C equals to 4L plus 4K equals to 4Q plus 4Q. This is 8Q. Now C equals to 8Q is called the long run total cost function. C equals to 8Q is called long run total cost function. Now the marginal cost is dc by dq, or here output is given as y, therefore I am writing 8y. C equals to 8y. This is the long run total cost function. Output is shown by y. Therefore, the marginal cost, that is the change in total cost due to 1 unit change in output, which is denoted by y, is dc by dy. Now we differentiate this equation. C equals to 8y. 8 is constant, and if we differentiate y with respect to y, it becomes 1. This is 8. Therefore, marginal cost equals to 8. This is the answer of the question. This question came for IIT JAM 23. I hope everybody understood the solution of this question. That's it for this video. Thank you.